Fun biology fact. Toddlers' skulls are full of teeth. Waiting. Watching. If you drank 42 cups of coffee in one sitting, the caffeine overdose would kill you. So 41 is the limit. Psychology fact. Your mind can sense someone staring at you, even when you are asleep. What are you guys mad about today? The fact that we gotta pay for trash bags just to throw them same bags in the trash. By the time I have kids, they're literally going to be buying air. That air is nitrogen that keeps your chips fresh. Fact, there were 3 chips in that bag. 3. I need these right now. Soft cookies are better than hard cookies, and that's a fact. Did you know Titanic was filmed in a pool and the water was warm? Well, they're not gonna put hundreds of people floating about in the art. Find the person who doesn't pay taxes. Can't find them? It's because they're right here. Fact. Babies are idiot leeches and don't pay taxes. Blueberries are the only fruit named after a color. Oranges. 1 square foot of bun. Fun fact, a group of bunnies is called a fluffle. 1 square foot of fluffle. Fun fact, I am in your walls. Fun fact, I checked. You are a liar. Cats sleep like this when their noses are cold. Someone warm up their nose. Antarctica is the only continent with no spiders. Alright, who wants to move to Antarctica with me? Let's go. Lazy person fact. You were too lazy to read that number. You got me there. The teacher projects his face during exams. Flies drink alcohol when they are frustrated. Me, the fly. You and I are not so different. I find the fact that I will probably never experience a sword fight in my life terribly tragic. Why was I unaware of the fact that disgruntled is in fact the opposite of gruntled? Pleased, satisfied, and content. Why does nobody use this word? I'm so gruntled to have found this. A woman trying to end her life from the Eiffel Tower landed on a car and later married the owner of the car. So she fell in love? On average, men are physically stronger. White 14-year-old girls. What? It can't be. We're stronger than men. A man noticed his food was going missing, so he set up a camera and found a woman that had been living in his closet for a year. Hell no. The whoopee cushion was invented by a 14-year-old Roman emperor who used it frequently on guests. He was assassinated by the time he was 18. The smell of freshly mowed lawn is actually the smell of each and every blade of grass trying to heal itself from the traumatic injury you caused when you cut it in half. Society. The fact that every DNA is unique. The fact that every snowflake is unique. The fact that every potato is unique. Going to the gym can increase your GPA. A German study concludes that staring at a woman's bobs for 10 minutes a day is better for your health than going to the gym. In conclusion, staring at bobs will boost your GPA. If you put a lemon under a microscope, you will find a monger. 4 is the only number that has the same amount of letters as its actual value. 2. Your math is blowing my mind. If you wake up just 1 hour earlier, you can include up to 60 extra minutes of anxiety into every day. Face swap Adam Driver and Keanu Reeves and you just feel slightly confused and lost. Why does everyone have such a hard time accepting the fact that Keanu Reeves is everybody everywhere always? 1530, 1875, 2011. I support farming. In fact, you could call me a protractor. Fun fact, Bulbasaur is more aerodynamic than a Jeep. Fact, every sea in Pacific Ocean is pronounced differently. Fun fact, the GTA 5 trailer is older than most Fortnite players. A naked woman robbed a bank. Nobody could remember her face. Most of the main characters are convicted felons. Wow, they got a lot of criminals in SpongeBob. Wow, kissing is such a dumb word. Face battle sounds way cooler. May I challenge you to a face battle, my good lady? You may face battle the bride. Face battle me in the rain. Still thinking about the fact that KFC Spain official account posted this. Still can't stop laughing about the fact that someone at work accepted this as a $5. Real fact, a day on Venus lasts longer than a year on Venus. When you're stoned and get the most messed up Snapple fact ever, it takes 243 days for it to rotate and 225 days for it to orbit the sun. The fact you procrastinate and get stuff done is the reason why you procrastinate. The most expensive burger in the world costs $1,768 and is called the Glam Burger. What a great way to waste your money. That's all they do with these expensive foods. Oh, just put gold on it. That is definitely not cheating. Me, 50 times in a day, trying to not touch my face. Same situation, but problem isn't with my face. What is it with? The fact that Loki is scared of Hulk and Bruce is scared of Loki is hilarious to me. Sling bullets dating from 4th century BC have been found with the words "take that" inscribed on them. Fun fact, You don't need a parachute to skydive. You need a parachute to skydive twice. Bold of me to constantly use the phrase, no worries, when I am, in fact, constantly full of many worries. You can pay to go on expeditions with National Geographic to exotic places like Antarctica. Fun fact, a Zamboni leaking transmission fluid looks a lot like a hit-and-run crime scene. Where's Francis? This is one of those things that, out of unfamiliarity, seems cursed at first, but is in fact quite blessed. Interesting fact. An average comet contains as much water as has ever been consumed by all humans who have ever lived. Plastic bags are the new double face masks. Two guys used their dead friend's ashes as fishing bait and caught the world's biggest carp. Take advantage of the fact that you are young and have energy. Me, every day. Amazing natural phenomenon where the Baltic and North Seas meet but don't mix because of the different density. Knocking on wood originated from pagan culture and was done to scare away evil spirits that lived in trees. I didn't know this. Cool. The most expensive liquid per milliliter in the world is a specific horse sperm. That's an expensive drink. What do you mean drink? You're gonna drink that? Girls, shampoo, body wash, conditioner, face wash, exfoliator, lotion, moisturizer. Boys, soap is soap. A 13-year-old boy from China hacked into the school computer to get answers to his homework. So he's smart enough to hack the computer, but he can't do his homework? Parents, when you're winning the argument. Sounds like disrespect. Lonely and depressed people are more likely to binge watch television. An unknown man in Norway has been pooping in golf holes for 10 years. Did this man make this fun fact? Who knows him? Don't let the tiny wheel distract you from the fact that there's a child across the passenger side seat, which I'm going to assume is the seatbelt. The fire opal looks like someone just put the sunset in a stone. The town of Sandwich is located in Massachusetts and the mayor is Nays. Mayonnaise. That is all. The fact I exist annoys me at least once a day. If humans stood in a single file line around the equator, most of them would drown. Male elephants will often use their pee-pee as a fifth leg to support their weight. Me, when my crush calls me an elephant in front of everyone. In 2014, a man from Arizona stole a diamond that was worth $160,000 and traded it for $20 worth of drugs. You can buy tame foxes online. They cuddle like a cat, but act like a dog. Children develop the ability to see through lies when they are about 7 years old. Launching a nuclear weapon in the city of Chicago is punishable by a $1,000 crime. Sun and moon, same size. Hey, check it out, my burger is the same size as a car. Pit bulls were once known as nanny dogs because of how protective and kind they were to children. To burn off one M&M candy, you need to walk the full length of a football field. 4,000 years later, and we're back to the same language. Researchers from Michigan State University have confirmed that dogs do take on the personality traits of their owners. My dog must be really depressed. City chicken. Despite the name of the dish, city chicken almost never contains chicken. Smoking doubles a woman's chances of having a more satisfying deed, according to a study. I guess my women just need that drug and not a better partner. Doubling zero is still zero. Did you know that sarcasm was first introduced to the English language by the Vikings? I think we all know which Viking. Fun fact, bees like flowers, which means if you give a girl flowers and she likes them, she is a bunch of bees in disguise. Nice try, bee swarm, you're dumped. Me, with a bee interest. Oh, I don't think so. Not getting enough sleep and being hungry are two of the biggest reasons for being angry. Yeah, when I am I'm not so much when I'm when I'm tired, but when I'm hungry, I get hangry. Hydrangea. Fun fact, depending on what soil you plant this in, it determines what the color is going to be. Earth, Stonehenge, Easter Island, Punta del Este, Uruguay. Wait, everything's connecting. Falling star, I want to be famous. They made your wish come true, but just in a way you wouldn't expect it. Sea otters have a little pouch near their chest where they keep their favorite rocks. Self-discipline better predicts success than IQ, according to research. Quick animal fact. Most fish can swim. Ivysaur never lost a battle on screen in any animated Pokemon media. Knowing the fact that people will argue about anything, here's a picture of some oranges. Those are bananas. It would only cost you $140 a year if you ate ramen for every meal. A large number of bumper stickers on a car indicates a higher likelihood of being involved in a road rage incident. China air pollution is visible from space. The Great Wall is not. Squirrels behave kindly and would adopt orphans if they notice that a relative does not come back for them. Ice cold fact. Mother's Day versus Father's Day. Bear with no face, face with no bear. No face, no bear. Face bear. A nillionaire is someone who has little to no money. The nil is from Latin, meaning nothing. Fact. Houston is an hour away from Houston. The fact this isn't AI makes me happy. It isn't AI? So this wizards are real? Characters wearing red usually don't have vision. A fact is information minus emotion. An opinion is information plus experience. Ignorance is an opinion lacking information. And stupidity is an opinion that ignores a fact. My 8-year-old farted in my face right after I told him that I had a terrible day. This has me thinking that all those fairy tales about parents leaving their kids in the woods may have actually been true stories. I have no idea who built this, but I do know they are in fact crazy. My dog, every time I tell him that he is, in fact, the good boy. Subject Delta, Bioshock, and Master Chief are around the same height. Can't stop thinking about the fact that frogs are just pickled hamsters. Pokemon fact, she's not going to text back. Why would you say this? Why the long face? Genetics, I think. Fun fact, 95% of Greek mythology wouldn't exist if Zeus wasn't so in the mood. Movies have their own style of grocery bags that are silent for better sound recording. The fact you can still see Pearl's head from far away gets me. Myth versus fact. Trees produce most of the oxygen on Earth. Oxygen produces more oxygen than all the trees combined. Why is she not barefoot? The fact that it was noticed is the exact reason why. Roses are red. Life is a race. Puppy completely covered in mud except for his perfectly clean face. Public swimming pools were the first gender-neutral bathrooms. She's out of line, but she's right. What, people were getting changed in swimming pools, were they? If you aren't happy single, you won't be happy taken. Happiness comes from thinking about dinosaurs, not relationships. Why dumb face? Heard a motorcycle. Stephen King, one of the greatest horror novelists of all time, has to sleep with the lights on. No face mask, no entry. Every employee inside. In Tunisia, you can book an overnight stay in Luke Skywalker's boyhood home for only $10. Fun fact, male honeybees die shortly after doing the deed. It's 3 stages of life for them. Honey, nut, Cheerio. Daniel Radcliffe has made $94 million from playing the role of Harry Potter and has hardly spent any of it. The free kisses pup window. That dog has more of a mess around and find out face than a free kisses face. Don't judge a dog by its face, judge it by its actions. A Japanese company has awarded its non-smoking employees 6 extra vacation days to compensate for the smokers' smoke breaks. In Hong Kong, a woman is allowed to kill her cheating husband, but only with her bare hands. What? The fact that Head & Shoulders doesn't have a body wash called Knees and Toes disappoints me as much as I disappoint my parents. You ever think about the fact that Wikipedia built the modern Library of Alexandria using nothing but nerds needing to correct each other? This man started out in the MCU as just a voice in Iron Man's suit, and now he's doing stuff like this. Thomas Jefferson's tombstone lists some of his greatest accomplishments, but leaves out the fact he was the President of the United States. LeBron James rejected a $10 million offer from Reebok when he was just 18. When asked why, he said that Nike or Adidas might just offer him a bit more. Less than a year later, he accepted a $90 million offer from Nike. In the 19th century, it was considered a crime to end your life in Great Britain. If caught, the person was punished by hanging. Death punishment. The person who ended their life. Fun fact, beer was not invented by Germans, but invented by these guys, Egyptians. In 1999, the first winner of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire used no lifelines until the last question. When he spoke to his dad, he told him he didn't need help on the question. He just wanted to let him know he was about to become a millionaire. Being forgetful is not only normal, it makes you smarter. The main function of memory is to improve decision making, and forgetting irrelevant details helps you to be more intelligent and make informed decisions. Patients respond significantly better to placebo medication when told that they cost $1,500 a pill. In 2009, a man who was an expert on how to avoid being kidnapped in Mexico was kidnapped in Mexico after giving a lecture on how to not be kidnapped in Mexico. A lifeguard in South Florida was fired for saving someone who was drowning because the guy wasn't technically in the lifeguard's assigned area. The weird little spirals on jet engine turbine tips are so the ground crews can tell if an engine is spinning or not. Pablo Picasso used to carry around a revolver loaded with blanks and would fire it at people who asked him about the meaning of his painting. During the 1700s to 1800s in Britain, frog mugs became hugely popular. The fright people got upon seeing a small ceramic amphibian at the bottom of their cider was considered the height of humor. Some frogs could even spit cider onto the drinker's face when the mug was tilted. There are more plastic flamingos in the US than real ones. Dying to know if the photographer got into the club after taking this picture for the Bouncer. Wikipedia article. Bouncer. Bouncers at a nightclub in New York City. Boys get one good picture and use it for 3 years. An 8 or 3,000 to anything makes it 200 times cooler. Example. Uncool noun. Bird. Cool noun. Birdinator 3000. Thank you, Dr. Diffenschmerz. If you are under the age of 38, statistics show that the funniest joke you will ever hear in your life is a joke you haven't heard yet. The brain goes into a incubation period for ideas when we are in a relaxed state, like when showering. This allows the subconscious mind to bring the solutions and ideas it has been working on to your conscious state, and in turn, give you interesting/brilliant thoughts. Fun fact, the iconic APC from Aliens was built out of a decommissioned piece of cornbread. Once a human reaches the age of 66, he/she will start losing approximately 7,000 leg cells a day. The cells will never be replaced. Flipping a coin isn't actually 50-50, but rather 51-49, biased for the side that was facing up when flipped. Also, when spinning a penny, tails will face up 80% of the time. Wait, what? The distaste on everyone's face is gold. What is this? Why do I recognize that dog from somewhere? Is it like an anime? So we're just going to ignore the fact that Kimberly, ain't nobody got time for that, Wilkins overcame her drug addiction and is now glowing. Interesting fact of the day. The average person swallows 8 Imperial Star Destroyers in their sleep every year. The US Navy replaced expensive and clunky periscope controllers on submarines with Xbox 360 controllers, which reduced training time from hours to minutes. Your lie will be more convincing if you have to pee while you tell it, because of a phenomenon called the inhibitory spillover effect. Focusing on controlling your bladder also allows you to focus on hiding any tells you might have when fibbing. Fun statistics for adults. When I was a kid, I had no help with college tuition. I was hardworking and paid it all myself. Annual tuition for Yale, 1970, 2000, 2014, 45,000. Let me check it now. Annual tuition for Yale, 2024. 67,000. So daily hours at minimum wage needed 4.8 in 1970. In 2014, 17.3. I just found out that people who suffer from anxiety tend to rewatch the same TV shows all over again because we already know what's going to happen next, and therefore it creates a sense of safety/comfort, and that's the reason why we keep rewatching them. Vanish Roller Coaster at Cosmos Land in Japan unexpectedly dives into an underwater tunnel. I would love to go here. 10,000 likes and I will go here and record a vlog of the day.